Welcome to a new Edgewonk Trading Journal review here, and thank you again for sending all your Edgewonk trading data. If you want us to review your journal in the next video, then make sure to check out the link in the description below where you can find out more about our free review service. So this week we have a very nice journal. We can see with this journal and with this review very nicely how to use the different features and functions and combination to really analyze the trading performance, find problem areas, and then also to create game plans for the next steps. So at first glance, you can see the trader has a very good performance, 61.1% return here over 188 trades. The win rate is acceptable. The statistical breakdown here looks very promising as well. His average winning trades are larger than his average losing trades, which is also a very good sign. So at first glance, it looks quite nice. Then I want to first start here in your equity graph, and that's always a good starting point. So you can see here the graph looks all right. We do have quite a lot of swings, but what really stands out here is the second part of this trading performance. You can see roughly starting here at trade 110. That's where the trader is running into problems. So you can see big swings here, and we are more or less trading sideways with a little gain. So what I want to do here with this review is specifically focus on the last 75 trades here to really understand what is going on here, because it seems like the trader is having a little bit of a hard time right now, and this is where he should focus on his current performance. So let's apply the filter here for the last 75 trades, and you can see right away the performance looks very unstable, very volatile, more or less break even. We do have a slight gain, but there are big swings which should be addressed. So for that, I really like to go back to, or I like to go further to the trade management area. And here you can see a big problem. You can see that the green graph is above the orange line, which means that the performance without the trade management is larger than his current performance. This means that the trader is mismanaging his trades, which could mean that he's either taking his losing trades too late, maybe he's delaying his loss taking, or on the other hand, he is cutting his winning trades too short. He is exiting his winning trades too short. And based on the trade input that he made in his journal, it shows that he could improve his performance by either letting his winning trades run a little bit longer or dealing with losses effectively. So this is a very, very big finding and something that needs to be addressed. Just this alone could probably improve the trading performance of the trader significantly, reduce the swings that we saw in the equity graph. So this is a very, very big finding and something that the trader should be quite happy about, as this is something that you not can always find so obvious so early on in the trader review. So this is a great first finding. But we can dig a little bit deeper. So let's go to the trade analytics. And here I want to start first by analyzing the setups. I think that's always a good starting point. And what we want to do is always we look for outliers and for commonalities. So we choose the trade setup, we double click it so it comes here to the trade ordering. And when we now open this graph or this table, you can see we have now a breakdown of the different setups and the strategies. Although I don't know too much about this trading journal and the specific setups, you can see that we are immediately able to find outliers. So this setup here, it shows that the sum, the gain, or in this case the loss, is 1,317.4. The sum of the gain in this whole period of 75 trades is only 504 US dollars. So just alone reducing this setup or improving the setups, leaving out those trades, he could have improved his performance significantly by threefold. So this is also very, very big finding. This setup seems to be underperforming here quite significantly, and the trader should either think about completely abandoning this setup, or if he thinks that there's a potential, then he should look at ways how to improve it, let winning trades run, cut losing trades early, maybe select or differentiate between the good and the bad setups. And then so this, if he is able to find a way how to improve this one, then his whole performance will look very, very differently. Then what I also like to do is that we look for the trade outcome, and I want to specifically focus on this one setup. So under setup, the filter here at the top, we will now look for the PB setup. So let's take this one, and here we can now get the breakdown. You can see he took quite a lot of trades here, and we will focus on winning, losing, and break-even trades. So we will move to the right side, and the up draw and the drawdown are very important. The up draw, if you remember from the last videos, it means, or it shows how close price is coming towards your take profit target. So in this case, his losing trades, they only come 13% towards his take profit target, which is not very good, because it means that after he enters the trade, the price just goes a little bit in his favor and then immediately moves against him. So there's something wrong with the setup selection. Maybe he is entering not with momentum, or depending on his strategy, this is something that really stands out and should be addressed by the trader, because the trades that he's entering, even when we look at it on an aggregated level here for all of his PB trades, it shows that the trade is not really working out almost right from the start. So that's something that the trader should also address. Then, as we have seen, the trade management graph shows that there are quite a few problems with his trade management. So let's take a look here at his trade management comments. So for every trade, the trader assigned a comment describing his trade management, and we can analyze that here as well. We want to look for all the recent trades, so we will deselect this filter. And now when we look at his trade management comments, you can see there are just two categories. You have one category is planned and the one is unplanned. Although his unplanned trades are only 8 in the total count, you can see that the expectancy is very, very high, and also the sum of the losses for the 8 unplanned trades is quite substantial. So as we have seen in the trade management graph, something here is off with the trade management from this trader, and I would really recommend that the trader is further looking into his trade management comments. I would suggest to set up different trade management comments to really specify what are those unplanned trade management errors that he's obviously doing, so that he can really find out what the problem here is. It seems like the trader is not doing everything completely wrong, which is a great observation. We have seen that his overall performance is very positive, very nice. So he should really focus on those few little problems that we are able to identify here, mainly the outliers here that we identified, and also the trade management overall. So that's something that he should really address in his journal. I saw that he is using a few custom statistics, so I always like to look at those as well and look for outliers. So location is one of the custom statistics that he's using. And again, I don't know anything about the way he's trading, but that's not necessary. You just want to look for outliers here. And you can see here, this one is significant. Out of 75 trades, he has taken 30 trades with the comment no level. So this is probably taking a trade where there's no locational confluence factor. And you can see here the sum of the gain is minus 933, which is again very, very significant. It's a large number, and just by removing those trades here, his performance would look very, very differently. Then his other custom statistic is called trade window, and again here is one outlier that really stands out. Almost 50% of the trades that he used this custom statistic with have this specific custom statistic assigned, and you can see the sum of the gain minus 1,678. So this is again a very, very significant number here compared to the overall gain of 504. Just eliminating or improving those trades will have a huge positive significant impact on the overall trader performance. I also noticed that the trader is not using any trading screenshots, so I really would recommend that the trader also starts looking at those screenshots, adding screenshots, because it can really help build confidence in a trading approach. It can also highlight problems very easily and very effectively if you see by looking at your screenshots that there are some commonalities, some similarities in the way he's managing or mismanaging his trades, a chart book or screenshots can be a great help here as well. So those are the things that I would suggest here for the trader. Work on the trade management, really drill down on the trade management comments to identify the specific problem areas. Look also at the updraw of the setups that was not really performing very well here. Look at why this is the case. Look for those specific outliers that we analyzed and that we identified in the trade analytics, and also start using screenshots. And this is then a very, very good next step for the trader, how he can improve his trading performance potentially, and how the Edgewonk Trading Journal and all the customizations can really help identify those problems, those very, very personal problems for the trader, and then work on them very targetedly. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Again, if you want me to review your journal in the next video, then make sure to check the link in the description to our free review service. And I look forward to hearing from you. Happy journaling.